lobe. Yeah, he lets me feel his lobe for good luck.
Crush connection.
That's actually a good way to get, like when your hands, like you're doing.
Did you avoid the bromance comment?
Yes.
Okay.
When you're doing close up and your hands get dry, that's a good way to be like, how are you enjoying the show? Just get a little moisture on there.
Oh, there you do your second deal. Like there, here we go. Let's play a little poker here.
Watch this, you're gonna love it. Now you have a bit of humidity for the second.
So your stooge has the dog.
Oh my God!
You're not left with the evidence.
Ever. Greatest principle ever. Check my lobes. Check my lobes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Must
Second
hide
deal
it.
time.
Okay.
You're gonna love this.
In fact, look. Never mind. I was gonna.
This is amazing. Okay.
That's the best part of the lecture for you.
It really is. Yeah, it's fun. Here is something that I shared.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
You've got a lot of decks going on. Do you have devoted decks?
No, that whole first part was with one deck.
Really?
Yeah. I just kept.
Wait, all three
Yeah.
tricks?
I did it all with the same deck. I just kept loading in the same card.
I'm glad they know that now.
Yeah, I just kept loading in the cards I needed.
Great.
They're
Great.
always at the bottom of my deck, and I always leave them back if I'm doing.
Is that the order you do your tricks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, no, not always, but I'll order them in the order that I need them, and I just keep adding them to the deck.
Great. That's great.
So now we're doing mentalism, close-up mentalism stuff, and then one stand-up piece. This is one of my favorite effects. Absolutely bar none, because of A, the impact it has, B, the connection that people feel. In fact, the trick is called connection. And I'm very happy to share this with you guys because a couple of years ago, I released a download on Theory 11 called Sneak Peek. And it had two peeks in there. One is my peek, which you've seen with the business card. And then it had, thank you.
One like.
And then it had this effect, which we don't know if you like yet, but we're going to find out soon. And then Theory 11 re-released the download, but only put all the focus on that business card peak, and this one got lost in the shuffle. Pun intended. This is one of my favorite close-up pieces. It is done with double blank cards, which to me is a mentalist's best friend. If you're a mentalist, you got to do stuff with it. You used to do a lot of stuff with double blank cards. You're an ambitious card. Okay, some of that stuff applies here, and I hope you're going to like it. I'm very excited for you to see this. Because you realized that if you do a double lift with a double blank card, your cleanup is easy. Am I allowed to say that?
It's the Verdun principle that fooled
Oh,
Houdini.
it was.
Yeah.
It is, but applied to double blank cards.
Exactly.
Because you're cleaning
it's
up.
still a double backer.
Exactly, which is beautiful. Yeah. Your double lifts are always cleaning themselves up. This is connection. I do a lot of stuff with double blank cards.
You remove the Murphy's label, right?
I do remove the Murphy's label. I kept it for the lecture, but yeah, you don't want to do Murphy's, double blank. Murphy's magic. And here's another important thing. I don't carry them in a deck.
I don't either.
I carry them in a separate box, and I refer to them as index cards.
Okay.
Now, this routine can be done with a stack of double blank business cards, which you can buy at Staples. They're perforated. I have those with me all the time as well to do my peek. They look like this. These are just unprinted business cards.
Let me save one for later, because I want to ask you about that.
Okay. These are unprinted business cards. I use these all the time for my peek work. They're always on me. Okay. So you could do this effect with either or. I love the handling of double blank cards, and I do so many effects with this. Love it. So this is called Connection. I hope you enjoy it. It is one of my favorite close-up pieces, and you'll see why. Bill, I want you to think of an object that you have, not on you right now, something at home that you own, physical, something that you own that is extremely important to you. Now, whether it's important to you because you paid a lot of money for it, or if it's important to you for sentimental value, doesn't matter. Just something that is very important to you. You got that? You're thinking of that? Great. I've got a bunch of index cards here. Just grab one. Notice I say, no, pick one. Just take one. Grab one. It's not a card trick. Just grab one. Doesn't really matter. Good. And on one side of it, go ahead and write down what this object is. Make it legible because you're going to show it to someone in a minute. That's my line for having somebody write clearly. Not, I'm going to peek at it in a sec. You're going to show someone in a minute. Whether they do or don't doesn't matter. Let me know when that's done. Make sure I can't see it.
We're done.
Yeah? Okay, so a few people saw it? Great. So make sure it's dry.
Show the camera.
Show the camera. Good. And go ahead and say stop when you like.
Stop.
Just pop it back right there. Great. So that goes somewhere in the middle. Doesn't really matter where. I smirk. I love it. So this effect is about things that we know and things we don't know. For example, there are things we both know. We both know that you went through the cards, you took a random white card. We both know that on the one side of that card, you wrote something down that means something to you. I don't know what it is. I might know where it is. You know, I'm a card magician. I can handle things. I might know where it is, but I don't know what it is. You know what it is, but you don't know where it is in the deck. You have no idea because you just popped it in somewhere random, correct? Okay, there are assumptions you can make. For example, you can assume it's not the top card because you saw that one. You can also assume it's not the bottom card because you didn't put it at the bottom, you put it somewhere in the middle. So it's somewhere in the middle. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. In a moment, I'm going to snap my fingers. We're going to switch information. We're going to trade information. I'm going to know unconsciously what it is. You're going to know unconsciously where it is. Ready? Look at me. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Just like that. Now, on a subconscious level, you know where it is and I know what it is. I'm going to prove it to you. As I deal through the cards, say stop whenever you like.
Stop.
Right there? Are you sure? You don't want to keep going?
No.
That's where you want to stop. You said stop. Okay. Focus on what this is. Really focus on it. See, I feel like you would have gone for something that has a little bit of both. Because when I look at you, I see that you're like a little bit of an introvert, but there's that crazy side of you that sometimes comes out. So I feel like you're thinking of something that is, at the same time, did cost you a pretty penny. It wasn't cheap, but also has sentimental value to you. It reminds you of something from your childhood, I feel. Something that brings you back. Something that's going to be relevant soon again. And you're excited about that. I could see that excitement. It's the color of it. Something about, there's a sound I'm getting from this, like a vroom kind of sound, like something's coming to me. I'm hearing this. And this is something that, I'm not so familiar with this stuff, so I'm really trying to narrow it down because I feel like this comes from the sci-fi world, which isn't a world that I'm very familiar with. By the way, great cold reading technique.
I love that line.
Claim ignorance. You know what I mean?
I recognize the brilliance and you told them. I wanted to keep it to just
No, but
you
it's
and me.
great.
It's genius.
Right? I know this stuff, but I claim I don't.
I know it. That's
Okay.
I caught it.
I'm not so much
it.
into 7 weeks, so I feel like it's from that universe. And I feel, and this is the one you have. You didn't say this to anyone, but the one you have, it's one of the good guys, right?
No.
Oh, it's not? Because I felt like, oh, okay, you've got that evil side to you, or you think the evil guy is the good guy. I see what's going on. It's red. There's red, or it would be red. It would be, but it's not, because you just have the...
It would be, but it's not.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean? Like, that makes sense to you. It doesn't even make sense to me.
Yes, but it's no.
No, but it makes sense to me. No. It would be red if it worked, but it's just a prop, so it doesn't, is what I'm saying.
Well, it does work.
It works?
Yes.
Huh, okay, whatever. I just got lost in my nerd zone there. Blah, 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 blah. And I feel like this is out of Star Wars. And I feel like it's, what do you call those things? It's the swords with the beams.
Saber?
The lightsabers. The lightsaber. Was it a lightsaber?
Yes,
That's what you were thinking of. Like, I know what a freaking lightsaber is. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Let them fill in the blank.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's a
blanks.
lightsaber is what you're thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Good. I'm so happy that worked. But here's the thing now. That's my job. I'm a mentalist. I'm supposed to know what you're thinking. You said stop. I was dropping the cards. You were okay with me dropping all these cards. You didn't care. It's when I came to drop that next one, you didn't want. Something about your unconscious mind didn't want me to damage that card. I don't want to touch it. Slowly peel it off the top of the deck. Wait. Peel it off, but don't look yet. Lightsaber? Take a look. Lightsaber.
I have to interject. 2 days ago, Chris Ramsey said you're going to love Spidey's stuff. And in my head, I went, I'll be the judge of that. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. How do I know this? I use a blank. I don't even bring cards to my performances. I only bring a blank deck, and I do one trick with it.
I hope this goes into your repertoire.
One of the tricks that I do is to peek at the card. Then they're supposed to write something. Any word in the English language, and I cold read that one single card, which is an idea by John Allen from his book called Adliptious or something like that. Ambitious and ad lib.
Yes, he says Adliptious. I'm familiar with it, from Connected, ironically.
Well,
it's called, the DVD is called Connected.
Oh, I did a forward to his book, so it was from the book.
Yeah.
So that's how I start my ambitious card routine and all that. This is fantastic. And I wish you went full circle, Dan, and you usually probably do, but we got all screwed up a little bit. You said 2 things that I thought were great. We're going to switch roles. You're going to know what, and I'm going to know...
I'm going to know what,
you're going to know what,
where.
he's going to know where. So if you repeated that at the end, remember,
And
I
just
know
found
what,
it.
and you know where.
Yeah.
Because that's where you stop.
Yeah,
This is great.
So, guys, pardon the cold reading a little. We nerded out a little. Usually I would have, because up until we got into that red thing, the cold read was dead on.
Yeah.
And that's based on the assumption that you're asking somebody to think of one thing in the world, what they choose to think of says a lot about them.
Yeah.
You know, that whole me saying, you know, there's two sides of you. You're introverted, but there's that fun party side. Well, that's just a general statement. But the fact that, you know, and I can't emphasize enough stressing ignorance about something you're well informed on. So for me to say, you know, what do you call it? The sword with the light. What is that thing? I know it's a lightsaber.
Like you're the only one on earth who doesn't know.
Exactly.
Pygmies are going, come on, get it, let's go, come on. They're on their Skype. They got Skype.
Yeah, the Amish. The Amish.
The Amish are going, come.
So let's go through the technicality of this and how I'm using double blind cards to my full benefit here. Because, I mean, I did it so you could see the peak, which is, I think, just such
I have a different peak, but yours is very good.
Yeah. So now, here's one thing I do when I don't know if you do this. When I get a double blank deck of cards, I take half, flip it over, and riffle shuffle. Because there are face up and face down cards. And do you see how the lining, they won't see it on the screen, how some of it is paler than the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that because when there's one card turned over and all the rest of the deck is going the other way, they'll see that line. Yeah.
Wow, details.
Yeah, so I take the deck, when I open it, I flip half, I give it a couple of riffle shuffles, so that the whole deck is going light, dark, so you can't really see if one's turned over. Because believe it or not, there are face-up and face-down cards in a blank deck. I mean, you know.
What do you know about gimmick cards?
I mean, he works at the
Oh,
Murphy's
you knew
Warehouse.
that? I was trying to put him on the...
Yeah.
I want him to go, hey, by the way...
I am the manufacturing lead at Murphy's Magic.
Look in the camera when you say that.
I am the manufacturing lead at Murphy's Magic.
And he does such a good job.
Oh, man. You're going to start buffing him before we're into the...
Okay, so the card is here, and I'm just going to write down the most precious thing to me, which is Greg Wilson DVD. So Greg Wilson DVD.
Okay,
They
wait,
make great coasters.
I'm going to put you on the spot on this one.
Oh,
No,
this is a great trick to do off the cuff.
Wait,
though.
which DVD has my blank deck?
It is. Oh, I thought when you said I'm going to put you on the spot.
That was the original joke. But
Would it be Pyrotechnique? No,
yes.
it is Pasteboards.
But that's a better name because my name sucks. Pyrotechnic Pasteboards. What was I thinking?
I don't know.
It's so catchy.
It's not that catchy.
That's the joke.
So a Greg Wilson DVD, which I use as coasters and frisbees. They're incredible. Did you really get all the?
Whoa! What about the VHSs?
Oh, I use that for skid rope.
Doors?
Yeah,
Keeping doors open?
And to educate
the engine, your engine block?
to educate the children. Yeah.
What, about history?
Yeah, exactly. This is what DVDs used to look like, and this is what magicians used to look like.
Was that a porn mustache joke from my old days? I've had people tell me, girls tell me, from my old days, from my old videos, I look like a cross between a Turkish banker and a Mexican game show host.
Wow.
Yeah.
Both of those work for me. I don't even think it's a cross. Each of those individually works for me. Okay, so.
Or an Armenian smuggler.
Yeah, is that a joke on me or?
A little bit.
Yeah. So they've written down an object that means a lot to them, which I'm regretting my choice right about now. Now, here's what's going to happen. It's going to go second from the top. Now, I did a bluff pass earlier. You don't have to do a bluff pass. It is a very sort of ballsy move, the bluff pass, especially when you're surrounded. I don't know if you guys know what, I mean.
Less bluffy when you get a blank deck.
You could do a tilt, but I don't want to do a tilt because I don't want this to be in my hands ever. They might think that's when something happened. So quite simply just have them pop it back wherever they want, do a control to the top, like a double undercut, and keep cutting it a little, and just do what we talked about earlier to displace one card from the bottom to the top.
You know, the bluff is so much more efficient. Just go over it real quick.
Let's do a bluff pass in case you guys want to practice this. So there's the card. You're holding a break under one card at the top, pinky break. You're going to run down the card wherever they say stop. You're going to make it look like you're picking up at that location, but your fingers mask the front of the deck as you pick up only one card and tilt it like this towards yourself, so they don't bevel, so they don't get that depth over there. And they put it back here. You come back this way, drop it back on top, grab a clump of cards, and say so it goes somewhere in the middle. So in continuity, it looks like this. Here's the card, and so this is a great move to practice, but you control that to the second from the top any way you like. Say stop when you like. Right there. That's perfect. Go ahead and drop your card back. Excellent. That goes somewhere in the middle. So that's the bluff
Or
pass.
if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
Or so it doesn't. This might even feel like a peak.
Right.
In fact, when you did it, it felt like a peak to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So maybe if say stop, and you don't even need a break. You can use it, but you can just pick up one.
Okay.
So
I
you
use
say
a break
stop.
for ease.
Right there, and put your card back. Right there. So it's about about halfway.
Oh, great. You just open up.
Yeah. So that just feels more secure.
Great.
I know. Either way.
Perfect. Whatever. So whatever. Now it's second from the top. Now I'm about to use the heck out of the fact that all these cards are blank on both sides. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say there are things we both know. For example, we know that you took a card, and this is all, every line here has a reason. We know that you took a card, and as I spread, I take 3 cards and keep a pinky break. And on one side of it, you wrote something down. I'm going to do a triple turnover, fast, like this. You wrote something. It's very casual, no fancy stuff. So now, what that did is it put your card second from the top, facing up. Yeah? You guys could follow along with a deck of cards, even if it's not double blank. Now, I might know where it is, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what you wrote down. That pounds it in their head that you don't know what it is, and you don't yet. You know what it is, but you don't know where it is. Now, as an afterthought, I go, well, you can make certain assumptions. You know it's not the top one. Now, check this out. Here's what it looks like. You know it's not the top one, and you know it's not the bottom one. So it looks like what I did is I took the top card, showed it, and then I took that same top card and showed the bottom card. I didn't. What I in fact did is I did a double lift. And now as I get that card to show you the bottom, it's facing it, but I could see it. That's not what you just saw. The assumption to them is that I'm seeing what they just saw, which is the blank side. But they're not. There's this. So double lift. Was that clear? Is this clear?
Very clean and clear.
So, and under control. Clean and clear and under control. Double lift. Now, I'm getting that card. So I go, you know it's not the top card. You also know it's not the bottom card. So I'm using it to point because you didn't put it there. Now I put it back here. I have fooled so many
Which,
magicians
by the way, I'll get to the fully magicians in a second. When you do the bluff pass and not the double undercut, now it makes sense it's not on the top or bottom. If you did a double undercut, it could be on the top and it could be on the bottom.
Good point. Very good point. Very good point. Invisible controls make this line make sense.
They're clearly convinced it's in the center.
Exactly. If you want to do a simpler control and don't want to do the bluff pass, you could say, I'll give you a clue. It's not the top card and it's not the bottom card. So you change that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
now
you said we're going to say fools magicians.
it does. Yeah. So it does. So I've done this several times to magicians, mentors. They're like, when the heck did the peak happen? Because look how clean this is, right, guys? It's like, it's not the top card. It's not the bottom card. It's somewhere in the middle. Now, as I say somewhere in the middle, I regrip and then regrip. So now it's face up.
Just turned it over.
Yeah, I just turned it over. It's face up at the bottom now. So I took it, again, I took it from second from the top, face up, place it face down, and then as I speak, somewhere in the middle, and I just regrip. Now it's face up at the bottom, which is perfect. Because now I'm going to deal, and whenever you say stop, I'm just going to put the cards down. So, and that really, again, uses this double blank principle. So I'm going to deal, and whenever you want, go ahead and say the word stop. They're looking, my focus is here. Say stop when you like. Stop. I'm just putting that down. Right? Now, I'm going to do my cold read. Now, if you're not comfortable with cold reads, don't go so much into it. Say really focus on this, repeat it in your mind, and I'm getting lightsaber. I like to play around. I like to, you're a sci-fi freak, you're this, you're that. And I said, you're pretty excited about something that's coming up, which is the new Star Wars releases, and then I claimed ignorance over the subject. So you might go and be like, well, how the hell did he know I'm excited about the new movies? He doesn't even know anything about Star Wars. Meanwhile, I'm a big J.J. Abrams fan. So it's like,
hey, let me, did you know he knew the card?
I smirk when he says, "Yeah, I like my smirk." He knew I knew. I know.
Because you also looked impressed that he was cold reading you, so I didn't know.
At first cold reading, but when I smirked, he smirked. I knew he peeked. I know he knew my word.
Okay, so because if you didn't know the peak, you had.
No, you smirked at the bluff pass.
That's why I thought you made the peak.
Oh, he thought I made the peak.
Well, so did I.
Okay, fine.
Fair. I thought you made the peak. That's when I smirked. That's when you made the peak.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah, and then when you did it again, I go, did he miss it the first time? He's going for the second peak?
Right, no.
Yeah, because he had additional smirks later, and so your cold reading
was effective.
Or he's a good actor, because he was saying, wow, how did you know about this?
No, the emotion was real. The cold read was hitting home.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Thank you so much.
You've done a lot of cold reading, so obvious.
Thank you so much. So, yeah, you're excited about something that's coming up. This is something that reminds you of your childhood, but it's funny because you're excited about something that's coming up soon. And it's like, I'm confused by this. I act like I'm confused because how could something from his childhood be coming up soon? Well, because Star Wars is being remade. I know that.
You'd cold read better than most fake psychics.
Thank you so much. That's a huge compliment.
Even though fake psychic is redundant.
Yeah, fake psychic is redundant. Yeah, just call them fakes. So you're excited about something that's coming up, and I took a guess with which one you had, whether it was the good guys or the bad guys, because most people have the Obi-Wan or the Luke Skywalker one. Yeah. I took a guess. I had 2 out of 3 chances, and then when you said no to that, I knew it was red, because the bad ones are red. I know that, but I don't say that I know that, because Darth Maul or Darth Vader, which is probably the one you have, is red.
Yeah.
Wait, does everybody know this?
No, but I do.
I don't want to get geeky, but yeah.
Wait, are you guys geeky? Did you guys know red is bad? You guys knew that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes, you're all magicians.
Good. So now we're
Wait, what's
here.
the bad? What's the good one?
Blue or green?
Did you guys know that too? Where are the girls? Come on.
So now we're here. We've paused, and I've guessed what it is, and I've distanced myself from this. And I say, you were okay with me dropping me, but when I came to drop that next one, you wouldn't have it. You were protective over that one.
Oh, that's a great line. You didn't say that last time.
Oh, I didn't?
Maybe. We'll rewind.
Yeah, I did. I said something
you?
to that effect. Yeah, I said, you didn't want me to harm that one.
Okay.
You were protective over that one.
Yeah. And you don't even touch it?
I don't touch
you
it.
kind of point away from it? This is great. And remind them. Is this the time to remind them? Remember,
Yeah.
we now transform? No,
We switched information.
Transposed. So I know what it is.
I know what it is. And you know where it is. Take a look at
as
the
they
card
turn it,
stopped
and
me
you
at.
know where it is. Say it as they do it.
It's the Greg Wilson DVD.
Yay!
Yeah. Now, how would you have cold read that one?
This is something that's no longer relevant. It's something I feel like you've progressed a lot since then. And there was a time where you looked up to it, but now you look down on it.
Not even equal?
Not even equal.
Lay down. Okay. I'm glad you're saying all this because now the real me can come out.
I'm joking.
I keyed.
Thank you for that.
Speaking of Aikid,
Yeah.
Triumph the Insult Dog with the Star Wars. On
Yeah, I
YouTube.
saw that with the nerds. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So
YouTube, Triumph the Insult Dog, Star Wars. Not now. Well,
Okay.
I mean, you might want to do it now because you'd find something like relevant.
Let's keep running. Thank you so much, Bill. Let's get someone else. Let's get you up here. Yeah, come on up. Now, were you guys? Was there a question there or something? Were you guys discussing?
Oh yeah, they were asking how you got the chosen card to the top, and then I think it was like a triple lift, and then.
Yeah, let's go over that again right when this is done, because you guys at home can rewind and see it again. Was it clear when I explained it? Should I just go over it again?
Do it again,
Okay.
because it's all in real time.
Okay.
It was clear when you explained it, but if they're asking about it,
Okay.
maybe
So-
it was a little fast.
Did we get the bluff pass? So we're at the bluff pass where it's face down second from the top.
Do it in real time. So,
The bluff pass.
yeah, just so we
There's
get
the
that
card.
position.
Your name again?
Marcos.
Marcos. Say stop when you like.
Stop.
Right there. Take that card. Pop it right back. No, put the card back. Yeah, I'm sorry. Put it right back. Right there, so it goes somewhere in the middle. I'm not used to doing it the way
Yeah,
you
that's
did it, but
okay.
whatever it is. Somewhere in the middle. Now, there are things we both know and things we don't know. For example, we both know that you took one of these cards and you wrote something on the other side. So that was a triple. Now it's
Okay, and then go over that slower now,
okay.
because the presentation is not as important.
So we both know that you took one of these cards.
Three
triple,
cards,
three
get a
cards,
break.
Get a break. And
Triple,
you
turn
wrote
over.
something on the other side. So now it's face up second from the top. Good? So far, so good?
That's not your patter, right?
No. Good? Is it worth following? Now, you know what it is, but you don't know where it is. Well, I mean, that's not true. You have certain clues. For example, you know it's not the top card. This is a double. You know it's not the top card. Now I've turned it face down on top. You know it's not the bottom card.
And that's
I'm
a
looking at
single.
it right here. That's the peak.
There you go.
It's not the bottom. Now
Very
it comes
clear.
here. Yeah.
And then the very next thing, and then
Never
we'll move on.
so you know it's something somewhere in the middle. Now I know I don't know what it is, but I know where it is maybe.
And you
know,
just turn the whole
and I
thing
just
over
turn it all over.
180.
So now we're ready to go.
And then by the
Killer,
time you
right?
deal
That's
all those, yeah.
So okay, that is connection with an X.
Okay.
CONNEXION.
Fantastic. You
Do
want
we
to
have
stay
any?
for the next one?
Yeah, please. I do want him to stay. Do we have any? Do we have any questions or something like that, guys? Please, if you have any questions.